Well, you've made a game for us to play today, which I'm really excited about. We made a how to play for it. If you were here in the stream just a few minutes ago, it was playing. If you're just joining us now, you can check it up on the YouTube. But actually, we're going to walk a little bit through the how to play just because I want to get it fresh in my mind as well. And then I think Josephine and I are going to try a game. What inspired you to do this, to start down this grim path?
It goes all the way back to the very first time I played a TCG. Like, a friend of mine brought it over to my house. He was like, you're going to like this game. It's really cool. I was in college, so I didn't have like a lot of time to play D&D. So I was kind of like, I wish we played D&D more. You know? Like, we've got no time to write campaigns. And he's like, I got something for you. So we played Magic, and I was like, wow, this, like, I'm getting all that, like, energy that I get from playing D&D. I need miniatures in this. And so for the last 15 years, each year I've been waiting for somebody to make this game.
Yeah.
And then at one point, I was kicking rocks with one of my friends, and I was like, when is somebody going to make, like, a TCG war game? And my friend was like, why don't you do it? I'm sick of listening to you.
And that tone of voice, too, right?
Yeah, that's definitely how I
make the game so we don't have to hear that tone.
Come on. And so, you know, I was like, I thought about it for a while, and I was like, I'm going to dive in and do it. And so we finally, you know, started.
I love it when stories are like, well, I just was thinking about it for so long, and then I just decided to do it. And that's how everything gets done. So everybody who's thinking of a great idea right now, and I know a lot of you have them out there, you should probably get started. Just do it.
Just go for it.
Get started. Because one day you could be on a stream showing it off to friends. It could have a Kickstarter that's going on right now, by the way. There's a link in chat if you want to check it out. It just went up like an hour ago or less. So if you're interested in this game, please do check it out. But Josephine and I are going to demonstrate it for you today.
I'm already getting like really excited about it. I'm like touching everything over here.
You're a Magic fan. I grew up playing Magic when I was a kid as well, and I have never actually thought about needing minis in a TCG, but I've heard this request before, and even you mentioned, you're like, why hasn't Magic done this?
Oh, wow,
yeah. We're going to try it today with a full-on new system. The game, we have 2 pre-made decks, is what they're called, and we have 2 of the common warlords. In fact, let's actually go to the top down. We each start out with 1 warlord The game takes place with 1 warlord each. I'm a Goblin Summoner. I'm pretty crazy cool. I have a Fury Warlord, which is the Fury is the type of deck I'm playing. There's 5 types, right?
We've got, the first one is Shadow. Then, like, the sort of, like, deal that I say about it is, like, long ago, the realm was consumed by Shadow.
Yeah, there's only darkness.
And then, you know, Fury forges path with flame.
Okay.
And then, you know, it's more of, like, the barbaric one. Then there's From the Ash Grew the Regenerative Power of Nature.
Nice.
And then the, you know, Children of the Woods were inspired by the spirit of adventure, and so they, you know, went out and started building empires and doing all that adventure D&D sort of type of stuff. And then in those empires, and they built the, you know, sciences and the magics of the arcane.
Very nice. There, okay, that's a good narrative way to remember it. I like that.
Okay. I really like mixing that. Like, my Magic decks would always be notoriously dominated by my friends because I'd be like, this is the deck of wheat and flame.
Yeah.
Wait, I do that too. You do a whole story around it. I love. Yes.
Okay,
themes are great.
Yeah. And
that's how I play.
That's exactly why I always wanted to combine that. Like, first of all, you mentioned I'm touching everything. That's like, that's the first reason I needed the minis, is because it's so fun to like touch and play with minis.
Yes.
But then the second reason is like, it gives you more of an excuse to build a story.
Yeah.
Part of the inspiration for this game came from like going to the comic book shops, and you see that big wall of miniatures, and you see like a bard, you know, I saw a bard and was like, I really want to build like a bard that, like, you know, charms everybody and builds an army. Like, what is that game for me that's not D&D? I want, you know, something that's quick that I can like build that with. And so the storytelling aspect of, you know, TCGs really lets you sort of
and have like a lead character that brings the other characters around them together, for sure. I love that theme.
Did you already read what yours does, or no?
No, I haven't. It's if influence from the Goblin Summoner was spent recruiting a minion, give that minion haste.
Okay. All right. Get him out of here.
Get him out of here.
Here comes the future winner of this match.
Yeah, I think so.
The Brood Witch.
Yeah. I'm a big fan of the old horror movie, The Brood.
The Web Wraith.
Yes.
I can't read from this far, so. But I feel like I should.
When a minion in your warband dies, exhaust Brood Wish and put a 1/1 minion token in play where it was standing. That's annoying.
And
so you'll be dropping goblins right on her face.
Look at her.
Look at her. Look at her. Behold.
So look at those two are gonna fight.
Isn't she?
Okay, this is great.
No, that's awesome.
We're already.
Yeah, see,
Oh
those,
my
like we
goodness.
painted those ones because now it's like
Oh, they're
time for
so
you to like you can
awesome.
really kind of like get inspired by the art and the cards. Like I don't paint a lot of minis because I've always I've been working so hard on this game and like I can't
you paint
wait
these?
to. Those are friends of the people that work
Okay, I
on
was
the
like, this looks
game.
incredible.
This is a really good paint job, yeah.
I think that one is Deep Light Studio. He's a painter. out in
Incredible
Europe,
paint
and,
job, yeah.
He's amazing. And that one is from an artist named Vesper. Vesper is amazing.
Wow.
Vesper sent me these awesome like terrains. I don't know if we can.
Man, this paint job is too good
It's
to
so
not
good.
show off. The shading they did on the
Yeah.
clothes.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah,
That is
look at this.
wild.
I started painting miniatures back before the
Wow,
internet, and
the swirlies.
It's so hard to figure out how to do it, and it's so great to see what people have done on
Like
YouTube.
this person shrank down to their size to paint this. Like, how do you get this detail?
Right.
It's crazy. So at the beginning of a game of Grimpath, you're going to have your deck. You're going to shuffle it. You're going to put your warlord out, and then we're actually going to roll initiative to see where to place our terrain and who goes first, but
Yes.
also where to place our terrain, right?
Yes.
We do need some D10s, which I have handy.
Okay, so let's roll initiative.
Oh,
Wait,
D10.
we use the D10s.
Oh, right, but we need the D10. We even just said that.
Yeah.
The whole reason you brought him out.
Just one D10?
Just one D10. You can roll yours. And we're going to put him back on the 12 because the 12
our
that's
health.
here is
Yes. Yes.
we got the lowest possible
One,
roll.
two.
We tied again.
GG.
Should have predicted that. 6.
Okay,
4.
all right.
Nice.
So you go first, right?
So the first thing we're going to do is place some terrain. So
Okay.
go ahead and just place what you rolled on the initiative.
You
Anywhere
Oh,
on
that
your half
amount?
of the battlefield. Yeah.
So I'll roll, or I'll place 4?
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I'll
You're
place
placing
6.
Oh, I
Yeah.
see.
We do them one at a time, right?
Yes.
Beginning
Okay.
with me.
And on like so your half of the battlefield is your territory, and that's your 5 steps, and then your 5 steps.
Yeah.
So while I have experience in card in TCGs, war games, kind of none.
I honestly, like,
How
the
about
terrain
you?
is psychological. Very little. Very
Okay,
little.
great.
Yeah,
Okay,
no,
cool.
I am not a war gamer by any means.
I love that you were like, so I just want to make sure you don't like totally crush me, and then he goes, "I'm okay, perfect." Then we're
Yeah.
good.
The last time I played something that involved terrain was was in Horizon Zero Dawn. They had
Oh,
a
nice.
I was going to say, that was probably with us, wasn't it?
with you
Well, we played Horizon Zero Dawn here,
the game.
the board game.
No, I'm
Oh, you
talking about
mean
in the video game. They have a mini
Oh.
game that is
I
A
didn't play
terrain
enough of
battler?
it.
that has terrain. Am I making this up?
I believe you. I was also, there's a
Someone will
board
tell me.
game.
I did
I
the
haven't played the board
Horizon
game.
Zero Dawn VR game, and that was really fun.
That must
I
be
really-
terrifying.
It was really neat. It was actually really cool because you're like 9 feet tall, and when you're 9 feet tall, you really own the room. Like you feel.
You're 9 feet tall?
'Cause it's like I was looking around, I was like, why do I feel so like?
That seems like a.
powerful?
But she's not 9 feet tall.
Well, to me, it was 9 feet tall. It's probably about.
Is this crazy
7
of
or
me?
8 feet tall.
That is
I think that's
absolute
great, yeah.
lunacy. That's what we call a grim decision.
I like how you have
But
like
what
an
are you-
entryway.
you're-
Like it's your foyer.
Yeah.
And then we can also, of course,
Stack them up
We
if you
can
want.
stack
Could.
them up. So what I could do here is like, you're right. You know what? You're right. Let's make a podium.
I like it. I like
Oh
it.
my god.
There we go.
I hope the goblins actually blow up their own podium.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say I hope we hold some Olympics at some point between the minions, which I think we should do.
Well, maybe yeah. If you don't end up blowing
problem
that up,
is-
we'll put the winner on the
It's
top.
like I've hosed this whole line of sight thing. So one of the things that is mentioned in Grimpath is that line of sight is actually a big factor in ranged attacks, which is that from the attacker's point, one of their 4 corners must have 2 straight lines to 2 other corners on the target space. Unbroken straight lines.
Yeah.
Which would be here, would be fine. Which here I maybe.
I think right there should be
okay.
okay. Usually, like you pretty much have
It's
to be.
pretty. You actually can
like,
eyeball
really
it most
high.
of the
Are we
time. The
supposed to-
specificity of that is just for
Are we supposed to
fine-tuning.
place in
Yeah.
any particular order? Or is it like we're
were
doing
supposed
this
to alternate.
simultaneously? Oh, were we
You
supposed
can,
to?
but we can also just kind of go to town. There's like we have the different game modes. There's
kinda wanna do
standard, which is our tournament mode, and then extended, which is a little bit more free for all. So
I don't want to do
So
this
you have war gamed before.
because it's pretty.
there you go.
She's, yeah.
I like that.
Yeah, that's great. I love the symmetry, and I love my
Yeah, me
asymmetry.
too.
So great. And then we begin the game by drawing 7 cards. Is that
Oh,
correct?
before you draw your cards, let's place our warlord. So
Oh, right.
the winner of the initiative roll is the player who's going first, which I assume is you. So anywhere on your starting line.
Ah,
Nice. I see you're
Really?
going for that open.
oh yeah.
Interesting.
And so there's you. Now I could give you some strategic tips. The shadow deck is a bit. The goblin deck is about speed, and the shadow deck is a little bit more about kind of control.
Okay.
It's kind of nice. Like when you place his warlord there, it's kind of nice to kind of beat around over in this area
to get
because it
out
takes
of
him a
that.
little, a little bit extra time to get to you.
To get there.
So you can summon more
Agreed.
skeletons.
I think I'll.
Okay, so now that you placed your warlord, 7 cards. Ba-ding.
And we have 1 free mulligan? Is that what?
Yeah.
And the cards that we're looking at in our hand include minions. They also include influence cards, which are our resource gathering, which our resource is influence, as well as some spells and relics.
Do you have any influence?
I think I'm going to keep this. Ooh, no, I don't know if I should keep
I would
this.
discard this one.
Oh, you can
you can
choose?
discard
You can,
Oh, no.
some?
That's
we have
right.
to do full hands? Or?
We would do full hands.
Okay.
Yeah. The reason being is I'm not a big mulligan player. I'm very like.
Oh, yeah.
So,
go with the hand.
Yeah,
that's,
I was like, and
Yeah,
also
I'm fine
with
with
our being able to rally minions, it's a good kind of like backup plan for if you don't have the influence.
Gosh, I really like this, but it's too expensive of a hand, I think.
I think you have a good hand. No,
Really? This is the cheapest, though, right? Yeah, I know, that's crazy.
Yeah, he's good.
But it's going to take me 3 turns.
No, because he gets the 2 at the start. Yeah, so he's going to be coming at you pretty quick.
Oh, I see. Okay.
But you also, you both have
Yes,
2.
we both have 2 to
powers, so
start.
you can, when you
Factor, I
exhaust
forgot.
that.
We can use them for their influence. We can
yeah.
use the warlord for their influence,
Just the
even when they're just the
So
warlord.
first
while it's
turn,
at the-
you'll have
okay.
3 that you could spend because you'll
3?
put
I'll put
you'll
something
put your
down.
influence card into play, and then you'll be able to exhaust that immediately, plus the influence that your warlord has.
Would this be classified as a tactics type game? It definitely has tactics in it, so yeah, I'd say so.
Yeah, it definitely is like a combination of like the strategy of TCGs with the tactics.
Am I just
of
showing
wargaming.
everyone my hand?
I can't really read it.
Final Fantasy Tactics?
But maybe
is
they wanna see my
definitely
hand.
An inspiration.
I can't see what yours is.
If you've ever played Ogre Battle, Final Fantasy Tactics, I'm like one of my favorite genres is the like old school grid-based strategy games, XCOM, stuff like that. And so that's a huge inspiration to this. I really wanted to sort of like create the experience. There's 2 experiences I wanted to sort of merge. The experience of playing TCGs, the quick, easy to follow rules and all the art, but then also the like sort of tactics of those video game strategy games.
Those are the best.
And then all the role playing of like D&D and stuff like that.
I'm already like looking at
There we go. Yeah.
like where.
We go to the start of my turn where I would unexhaust all of my things, but there's nothing to unexhaust, so I go into the tactic phase where I may play an influence.
That's correct. Yeah.
I'm playing Goblin Infestation. Oh, it's gone. Goblin Infestation.
There we
it's this
go.
sweet little art here. I can obviously pay it for its influence. Also, I can, when Goblin Infestation enters, reveal the top card of your deck. If it's a goblin, draw it.
What do we got?
It's an influence card,
you're gonna
so
be
it doesn't
powerful.
quite count.
This is going to be a
as
tough match. I really liked your hand, but he's got a real strong one too.
Yes,
so.
I do. And then it says, I may tap this ability, this influence, a mini you control may take up to 2 steps. But I'm instead going to exhaust it for its ability. Are you a 90-degree tapper? Or
90 degree.
Yeah, I'm a slight tapper, and I
Oh, I
find,
love the difference.
but I find that people are really...
I love that. The 90s get booze, huh? Well,
No.
I'm a 90-degree tapper too.
No, 90 degree is good.
Yeah,
90 degree good.
So I played a Rocket Rider. Rocket Rider is
Okay.
a 3 Fury costing, which I have 2 from the Summoner and 1 from the base influence here. 1 health,
Yeah.
1 power, and then 2 toughness, which is its counterattack ability. It also has 2 sweet options, which is Dash 2, where this may take 2 steps for every single step it takes, which is a step is 1 movement. And then Rocket Rider cannot be counterattacked or blocked.
Yeah, he's a meanie.
Oh.
That's
Yeah.
brutal.
Okay.
Yeah, he's
I can
a
place
tough
him
guy.
anywhere in my
So-
starting row or adjacent to.
If he can't be blocked, that means. Actually, how does blocking happen?
Blocking is that switching
Oh, it's the
mechanic where if a
switching.
minion
Okay.
is
So you can't
adjacent
do-
to the target.
No switcheroos.
No
Yeah, no
switcheroos.
switcheroos.
is
He
the
basically
technical-
kind of like, the idea
the
behind that is that he's like just ramming into you rather than attacking you, even though we're still
Yep,
attacking.
yep,
It's fun
yep.
to like
I
play
see,
with
I
the, like,
see.
abilities in TCGs.
Yeah.
And try to illustrate those effects. Like, you might, I'm not spoiling any cards in her hand for Jake to take advantage of, but you might have like a rogue, and to sort of simulate that backstab feeling we have it gets a bonus when you're exhausted. So it's kind of playing with that stuff's really fun for us as designers.
Yeah. The Rocket Rider comes into play, not technically exhausted, still upright, right?
Yes.
But can't really do anything on its first turn.
Yes, that's correct.
So I'm going to say end of turn, which do I do anything else for end of turn phase? I can't remember.
Nope, that's it.
I draw at the beginning of a turn normally, but not on the first player's first turn.
Right.
Okay. Joséphine.
And our narrative, because
Okay.
I love narrative stuff, is that they cannot do stuff when they come into play because they just like ran up onto the battlefield.
Yeah, they're huffing and puffing.
Yeah, no, that makes total
the front
sense.
lines.
Yeah, out of breath. Cardio needs work.
Exactly.
Am I drawing a card at the beginning?
You will draw a card, yes.
Okay.
I can't
Draw a
wait to see.
card. Okay. So, okay, how crazy. I was thinking of putting this as to rally.
You would rally
this.
it, but when you
Yes.
rally a minion, it only acts as like a basic influence card of its type. So
Right.
it would be a 1 cost.
Oh.
It would only provide you with the 1.
It would only provide one. Okay, so then I could rally
him, you would
something
use
else.
its like maximum, which is a 2 on that.
Okay. If
But
it
that's
was
a great
recruited.
one to rally early
right,
on.
Because I'm
can-
not going to use it till later.
Yeah.
We can
Okay.
use their.
So that is.
We can use their influence here.
Yes, yes.
Even non-warlords.
Yes, yes.
It's just that this is just stuff that's
yeah.
only
Okay, but it is
influence.
still a good one to.
I
Okay,
think
great.
so.
All right. So if I'm rallying
On the
here.
back
Okay,
line,
so
yeah.
I'm rallying.
Let me talk about. I just want to go over this really quick because I think this is a very clever part of your design, Dave. Is that so? She has this 5 mana cost, or sorry, 5 influence cost unit in her hand, but she normally wouldn't be able to play that until like the 5th turn if she was only churning out so much influence. But because you start out with 2, because you get to play 1 per turn, including non-influence cards to your influence row, and because your minions have influence. These are options that you have to get cards accelerated quicker into the game. It's a much faster start, potentially.
Yeah.
And in combination with drawing more cards, you're
Right.
just going to have different ways to use single cards, which is
Yeah.
very impressive.
Yeah.
Like what she's
so-
doing there is rallying. that minion.
I'm rallying the Shadowmancer so that I will be able to tap it for 1
One
influence.
shadow influence, yeah.
And then later I could play it.
Yes.
Summon it
Later
from
I can
there.
summon it from the influence row.
Yeah, yeah. We call the
For its
area
cards.
where all your cards go. We call that the barracks because everything
barracks.
has a narrative in this. Because we're really trying to like combine
Yeah.
the strategy. Of
And
the things in
Shadowmancer,
there.
he's like a head honcho. He's back there. He's
That makes a lot
studying.
of
He's
sense.
reading his books. Summoning.
being evil. and
Look
weird.
at all
What are
these
you doing?
ghosties, like skeletons. He's bringing up. He's like, I will tap
For 2 and 1 more.
for 3, and I think I'm going to play
I like that.
a Shadowlight Sentry,
Security guards are out.
a Shadow Minion Sniper,
Sniper? No.
Snippety Sniper,
Uh-oh.
ranged 6,
Uh-oh. That's way too far. No.
toughness of 1, health of 2, influence of 1.
Oh, I'm terrified now. You're going to shoot me.
Okay, so yes, and
Yeah, that'll work.
I'll place, I think,
Right there works.
here.
Oh, the line of sight. No.
Yeah, let's just go for it. Let's put her here.
All right.
She's kneeled down.
Yeah, I like. All right. See, I like that.
She's kneeled down. She's like, your liege, my liege, your liege, my liege,
My liege.
Our liege.
our liege.
Liege.
She'll be our liege
be
when
safe.
you defeat.
I
and
now I've
rule the
said liege
battlefield.
too many times. I'm like,
Sounds like
it's
a weird
not a word.
Yeah.
And now I would pass, right?
Yes.
Yeah, end of turn is largely just to resolve end of turn effects.
Yes,
That's what I
exactly.
thought, yeah. All right, we will refresh our influences in our summoner. I will draw 1 card. I already know what it is because I
Oh, that's right.
revealed
Sorry.
it previously.
What's really important is that she's super hot.
She's very cool.
Like, look at her.
She has someone in the deck that she narratively synergizes with. There's a vampire.
She narratively
politician.
synergizes with it.
Did you
know
say
what
a
I mean.
vampire politician?
Yes, yes.
I will not swear.
Good, thank you.
I just stopped myself. I'm very bad.
I thought
I'm
about
curious
that.
I
what you were
love
gonna say.
vampires.
Okay,
Yes,
I got it.
me too.
I enthusiastically love
I
vampires.
enthusiastically love
Yeah.
vampires.
Yeah, I tend to go towards the vampire deck when I'm playing TCG. And so this kind of is her. I like to think of her as, when the vampire politician goes out to, do things in the different cities, she's in the shadows.
Oh,
watching
yes,
her.
watching
She's like a
over.
long distance bodyguard.
Shooting. Rocket Riders.
Absolutely. Long distance bodyguard.
All right, I'm playing a second influence. So I have 2 influence here, as well as the 2 possible from my
And
summoner.
and your Rocketeer,
Yeah,
right?
he gets loaded up
Rocket
with that
Rider.
influence quick. But
Yeah.
you'll see, wait till you see him in like turn 5.
Oh!
He'll be like, what am I doing? I'm
You know what
totally
I
against
forgot
that.
to do on my awesome turn, which was the influence for this summoner was spent recruiting a minion. Therefore, that minion had haste.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
You could have taken a couple steps forward if you wanted
Yeah.
to, because you
Now, right, but steps aren't free. They do cost influence, right?
That's correct.
1 step per minion per influence.
So would you have had
I think that sounded
influence
correct.
to spend?
No, I wouldn't
Oh,
have.
okay.
So I
Actually,
guess
you kind
it's
of would
okay.
have, because you did blow out all your between the 2 cards you had out. But because it has haste, it could have exhausted for itself to gain 1 influence.
Oh,
and
can
then
exhaust for itself?
The
to
exhaustion
move?
itself is
you can
be
move an
movement,
exhausted minion. You just
but
can't
it
move on an enemy
attack.
turn unless there's some sort of weird effect in play.
Yeah, I'm regretting my location now, given Josephine's gun. So let's see here.
Maybe you could Tokyo
Do you
drift
count?
around.
So range 6, are we counting 6 diagonally?
Yes, and so yeah, because you
So-
can see diagonally, you just can't move diagonally.
Okay. Okay, so that's like right now is like this range.
Yeah.
Sort of.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah.
Right,
around
so
there.
somewhere in the, yeah.
Yeah, 6 is basically our long range sort of distance.
All right, I'm gonna let's see here. I'm gonna do some move.
Oh, wow. Yeah, look how gorgeous this is.
The camera is amazing.
Look at,
There we go. That's what we
wow.
like to see.
And okay, I'll put her back
like
down,
to
but I
see.
just,
Put her in
this
focus.
is where I'm like, look at her.
Bingo. All right, let's do 3 again. And let's actually repeat this whole process. We're gonna do another rocket
The
rider.
junkyard is coming
Oh
out.
my
Now I'm gonna
goodness.
actually put this fella here.
Yeah, just a really no, but then you might don't listen.
Yeah, I think I'm worried.
I always give advice, and then people immediately die, and I regret giving
That's the
advice.
thing. There's a gun over there.
Yeah, exactly.
So what I'm going to do is place it there, and then it has haste. So I'm going to move it. So I could move 1, but because it has dash, it moves 2, right?
That's correct, yeah.
So I'll move on this way and get a little bit closer.
Step.
Let's try something a little tricky. Let's see if I can be.
Those black and white influence cards that you have there, those are a stretch goal. We used some old school fantasy artists. That's an artist named Stephen Poe.
I was gonna say it looks old school. It has a
he's one of my favorite artists. of
very
all time.
D&D first edition feel to it. Yeah, what I did was here, I hit overwhelm them. Fury minis take as many steps as you have Fury minis.
So even
each
they
one
can
gets
take
3.
steps, yeah.
Yes, that's what I'm gonna do. Here. So
Whoa.
I'm gonna go 1,
Fast
2,
little- fast little
and 3.
goblins.
I'm gonna go 1, 2, and 3.
And he could actually go 6 if he wanted to, because he can take 2 for every one. So you can
What?
kind of get over there. You can double Tokyo drift. Tokyo
Oh
drift.
my
yeah.
gosh. Oh, here's a question. If something is ranged, can it attack if it's
Adjacent. Yes.
if it's adjacent
But
still?
the sacrifice there would be a melee creature would be
Right,
able to
could be able to
counterattack
counter.
that.
Yes, but
So therefore, this one could also have gone 6, right?
Yeah,
'Cause I 1, 2,
yeah.
3. So let's actually
Oh my
sneak right
gosh.
back in here.
Now, you know.
And then I'm gonna go. Yeah, I'm actually gonna. Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's okay. We're actually gonna. Dashing is really tough, but I could get to you. Okay, great. 1, 2, 3. All right, that's almost all of my turns. I do still have a rocket rider.
Which one is this? That's that one.
That's this one, correct? In fact, I'll just make it easier for us.
We do have
visually.
these little like color borders on the edges of cards that you can really kind of get.
Oh,
Like,
I noticed
about
that.
if you
There's a
wanted.
fine line here, but it's green and
Yeah,
red. That's very
yeah.
clever. Okay.
Those you
We
can
only
match up
have
with the
1
colors
hit
of your
point,
minis.
which is just so frustrating.
Yeah, and she does 1 point of damage. I'm just saying.
I know. I'm very aware.
yeah. And can we go over how combat would need, in order to attack, I would need to be able to tap her, right?
Yes, yeah, she's got to
And
be
in
ready.
order to move, you spend 1 influence per square.
Yes, yes. But because you don't have any influence cards out right now, like his influence cards usually offer you like abilities like
I
take
see.
3 steps.
So
like you've
I'm
got
using
some stuff
the-
in
yeah.
there that when you have a bunch of things in your graveyard, you'll get to take extra steps and stuff like that.
I'm going to spend my last influence on the Rocket Rider to play a Molar Spike.
Oh my
Molar
gosh. What
Spike
is happening over here?
It's a blade from your mouth. It actually requires you to pick it up first. Is that right?
No, so what
Comes out equipped?
relics are kind of like are like a combination of like an enchantment spell and like a magic item or artifact. So they usually will tell you what you're supposed to do. Like sometimes they'll say like deal damage to a thing and then drop the relic next to them, or sometimes they'll say put drop red barrel next to you. Or if it doesn't, then that means you equip it onto a minion specifically, like if it's a weapon.
So any
like an
any
enchant.
minion can have it, right?
Yeah, but this works a lot like a spell. So deal 1 damage to a target you can see, then have that target's controller.
Oh,
drop
it occurs right now?
Yeah, it's basically like a shock spell. And there's no max distance.
I don't think
on
I
that,
can
so.
see this.
I think because of the two there, it is kind of hidden.
Jake,
so
you fool.
I would hold on.
I'm gonna
to
hold
that.
on to it. Yeah.
Hold on to that.
I thought I had a line of sight, but I guess.
But that would have that would have been a dangerous attack. But
with that in mind, then I'll spend this influence instead to move 1 step,
Nice.
a little bit forward, and that is my turn.
Okay. And tappy tappy.
what is that? Pat? The opposite of pat?
Okay.
Spell.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna put rally one of these.
These guys are really in.
Yeah, we got a nice long lens on that.
Rally this one?
Shot there.
Okay. I will rally a Shadow Light Sentry, who is another one of those snipers, but I'm rallying her this
Noted.
time.
You've had no influence so far.
That's
When
correct.
playing,
Usually it's because I was like, that's a great hand, and usually when I give advice, my co-designer
this
would be
is
like,
still
don't listen
good.
to David, listen to
'Cause
Alex.
it's
I'll
good
be
for
able
examples
to-
too.
yeah.
Also, when rallying, is that your 1 influence for the turn? I assume.
Yes.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's instead of flank.
Yeah,
Okay.
basically like opting out to that. And you don't have to not have influence to rally, it's just kind of
Right.
up to you if you
Yeah.
want to do it or not.
Okay, so then I would
1.
2 to move.
You would be able to
Could I
take
do
2
1,
steps.
2 here?
You could get here, but that would be,
I
1,
can't-
2, you could get to here.
Oh, but I can't
You
get
can't
to.
take
Okay.
a diagonal step. Diagonal steps are reserved for like abilities like flying.
And
But
but if I'm up here, then he can retaliate.
he could, but he's exhausted, so he cannot.
Oh, because you can only do that if you're not
time to
exhausted.
punish. I think it's
You're
time to
really going to do 45 degrees?
Attacks must be unexhausted. I forgot that.
But goblins
can you
tend
get
to do
here?
that. And
Well,
I think she might.
Can you move up 1 for free?
That's
Is
right.
that it? So do I only need exhaust 1?
No, 1, 2. So you
Oh,
take
okay.
2
I do
steps.
need
For
to. Okay.
free.
Like
It's still a
meaning
move.
it's still a
still
move, okay.
1, 2,
One.
3 versus 1.
Further
2,
ascensions
3,
in the
I
same
see, I
turn
see, I
would
see.
be, yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, what a brutal picture this
And
is.
look, we even sculpted the mini. The minis are all designed so that they
Yes,
literally you reenact what you see in your mind's eye. We're that far into the future.
Okay. And then I would tap
Exhaust her
her,
to make the attack.
exhausting her
Oh no.
to shoot you
For
point
1
blank
damage,
with a
point
rifle.
blank,
And because they are exhausted,
bam!
they
you
can't
lost the
counterattack.
goblin.
Right?
Yes,
Bingo.
1 dead goblin.
Brutal.
That's cool. Okay.
I disagree.
And now I will tap 2, and I will play a Servant
Nice.
of Shadow is entering the barracks, or exiting the barracks, really, to join the battlefield. Okay, our
One
Servant of
those-
Shadow.
Get that painted one. She's cool. Yeah.
Okay, all right. A Servant of Shadow. Do you want to see what this?
Yeah.
Toughness 1, health
Go to the top
1.
down there.
Keep her hidden. 'Cause
Right.
that
Yeah.
is a threat card.
It's a Servant of
for her.
Shadow.
Yes, I can tap my Servant of Shadow to prevent 1 damage from being dealt to another mini I control.
What? Get out of here.
What? Which is pretty cool.
Yeah, that's a pretty handy. That's one of those ones that people are like,
disagree.
I do Molar Spike, and you'll do. No, you don't.
Yeah.
Not good.
Okay, so that's out. And so the
You won't
first
be able to
round
use
I
it
can't
until the start of your next turn.
okay.
Yeah.
And so is she in
But
danger
you can
up
use
here?
it. I'm so
You
sorry.
can counterattack.
You can use it for influence too.
No, you basically can't use any of its abilities until the start of your next turn, but it can counterattack
Yeah.
if attacked.
Right, but if it
it's-
had haste like mine
If
did.
It's
okay,
catching its breath
yeah.
for a turn, and then they're okay. Is she in danger up here?
Probably, but
Okay, cool,
you
cool.
have a little bit of
Yeah.
something to protect her with the priest out there.
Cool. That's it. So like you can go up, but you're also now much more. How do you kind of
now there's,
measure
like,
the
no,
line of
like-
sight? Like, does it cross these?
It would be just like if you were in flat. Like
Okay.
there's no penalty for looking up,
okay.
but looking down
Oh, I see.
is a bonus.
Oh, there's a bonus to looking down.
Yeah, you would be able to like see if you're up here. You get to look over, like you get to look over one terrain. So if he was hiding behind one piece of terrain, you're like, oh, I am not.
I can
line of
see
sight
you.
for it.
Yeah, it's the phrase is known as fish in a barrel or goblin in the grass.
There you
Either
go.
one.
Yeah, that's the official.
Really?
But it sounds like it. Those
great.
sound like
That's great.
future card names.
Yeah.
So
Right. So,
Keep an eye
so
out for
for
those.
example, like if Goblin was here, could I
yes,
see him
yeah, you
because
would see
I'm
him.
up one? Cool.
Oh no, because you
No?
need to be on 2. Sorry,
I'd need to be on 2.
you're up here, you could
to
see
see.
over.
Okay. You need to be on 2 to see.
over 1.
Yes, you're only.
3 would be able to see
Anyway.
over 2. 4 would be able to see over
I
3.
pass my turn.
Well, but you can see me here
That.
Yes.
because it's
could-
adjacent.
Yeah.
But if I was,
No, she would just like it. You wouldn't be blocked by any terrain. You'd have to be blocking.
I
the
understand
line of
that.
sight.
Yeah, that makes sense. My turn.
Yes.
Real embarrassing starting situation here. Just let a rocket rider take a bullet.
I think that
No,
that's
you've
very
gotta-
in character for the Goblin
That's
Junkyard.
true. That's
Junkyard
true.
band. Oh, now you can get a little revenge. I think.
Yeah, maybe.
That's you
what I'm
you can
hoping
even do
for.
it from the podium if you like.
Well, it depends. Yeah, that's what I was wondering. Range 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
But I can't summon there. I have to summon to like.
You could, if you notice the text on that card, it says something special.
What? Okay.
Shout
cool.
out to the Australians for this one.
Yes, we're gonna do a goblin summoner, and we're gonna do a drop goblin.
A drop goblin.
You heard me. He's in the trees always. That's right, because he recruits directly onto any high ground.
And that means any piece of terrain.
Whoa.
So you
do
can
you
pop
have
up
a?
right next to
Is
you.
it this fella?
There's a goblin with a slingshot.
Yeah, right
Yeah,
here.
yeah, that guy. Oh, there's another one here. Here.
Thank you.
If I go onto the
Spy.
high ground here, and because I use the goblin summoner to summon them,
It does have haste.
It does have haste. Now, my thing I'm concerned about is I can't be counterattacked, but the priest is just going to counter the damage.
That's a good point. Yeah.
Except to be fair, I can't tap him this turn though, right? Because
Oh yeah, does the tap happen?
That's correct.
okay. So she's exhausted until the
can't
start of her
exactly
get
next
in there. You
turn.
can't
Yeah.
Well.
get in there. You
I
are a
was-
pro magic player.
I was really debating whether to tell you, but
even
but
more
since I
professional
just
magic
killed-
player.
This is a
Your-
learning game. Yeah, we'll go to the graveyards together.
Rocket Rider.
You've exposed yourself, and so you get a sling to the ear.
Okay. So that just happens, right?
Yeah. So 1 damage.
Oh, it's just 1. Ah. She's
Perfect. So
two
she
health.
is still alive.
So she's still there.
Crap.
But that was good. You know, do a little bit of damage.
Do not
What do we
placate me,
have?
Dave.
3.
Yeah, I'm gonna probably move out of there for sure. I'm just trying to think about the best place to go. All right, so overwhelm them.
Oh yeah, should I be putting these out as they go out?
You don't have to like.
Or just
only
when
when
they take the
damage.
damage? Okay,
yeah.
that makes sense.
Overwhelm them. We go
6 total.
6 total for him.
I wonder if you can get to her. 1, 2, 3, 4. Bing.
Yeah, but then I just would have to attack on his turn.
That's true.
But that's the summoner is also there, which I can move 3, 4. Okay, so let's move the summoner first. Actually, let's go 1, 2, 3.
I love it when someone brings the summoner right up to the face.
I know.
It shows like confidence. And then when you see them drop like a
Some say
barbarian,
confidence, others say goblinicity. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I
Oh,
have a 6
hello.
if I want it, and I can attack up.
You can attack up 1. Like you basically have range of anything adjacent to you, so that.
I'm wondering if I shouldn't be up here, but I think I'll take the high ground because it also has a bonus down. You said.
No, just because
Just
of
you
the
can't-
Just line
that's
of
with the
sight,
range,
yeah.
line of sight.
So I'll just walk up here and American Gladiator
There you
style
go.
joust you off.
Okay.
So you do the tap to
You gotta
make
tap.
the attack.
for the 1
And then,
damage.
yeah, you've
Okay,
got
all right. Okay, so she
did
goes
her job, yeah.
here. Yeah, she did do her job. She
And
came
you'll
in.
be happy to have that eventually, I'm sure, once you draw some graveyard cards. You know, there's always good to have
Oh,
little
really?
creatures in your
Oh, and so,
discard pile.
oh, but she has to not be exhausted. In exhaust.
So later on,
Okay,
you'll want to try
okay.
to keep her up.
Yep. Yeah, when I have more. Okay, so unexhaust. Is this the term?
That is the term.
I will draw.
Another necromancer.
Okay, so I'll probably just put them down there as well. I
That's a
think.
good idea.
Okay. I'm going to rally
Okay.
another Shadowmancer. They're
Shoot.
friends. They're actually starting a book
Okay,
club. A necromancy book club. Little, let's say there's a little girl band going
Dancer
on
team.
here.
Yeah, I love it. It's like
Yeah.
you got a little K-pop band going over here.
Yes. Okay. So you slingshotted.
Then I'm going to Molar Spike
What a monster.
via here to the same one.
Okay. So
He
that's
will
this
die,
one.
yeah.
He will die, and then I would.
You can't block because that's a sort of a spell. You can only block for.
But
the
could I?
counterattack.
But could I exhaust her to get the minion?
Yeah, I'm sorry to interrupt
Okay.
too early. Yeah.
All right. Yes. So she will go away momentarily.
Grab one of
This
those
goes to
cool
my.
skeletons.
Okay. And I will exhaust my Brood Witch to put a 1/1 minion token into play where it was standing.
What?
Skeletons,
Yeah.
Brood Witch!
A
Oh my gosh, look at
minion
this.
is
Hold on, let me put him up here real
here.
quick. This
Check
guy's way
this.
too badass.
Check
That's
him
just
out.
a minion?
Check him out. Look at
that's
that
a
paint job.
Look at that jacket, or that
So that
coat.
was sculpted by our 3D artist, Gilad. He works with us, Quentin.
So
and,
cool.
He is painted by also Vesper, who did the awesome.
So,
Goblins and goblins.
Skelly is here. So, did I bring one of these here?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go back to the top down real quick for a little bit of a reference. This long lens shot is so nice, but
It's beautiful.
as far as tactic goes, it
Okay,
might be
so
helpful to see.
Skelly replaces where the Servant of Shadow just fell.
Yes.
And we all definitely imagined it like bursting out of
Yes,
the ground.
Definitely
absolutely.
imagined it that
Yeah.
way.
I mean,
Even though we've got the minis here, we don't have a way to make them run around and eat the people.
that's
yet.
interesting. I imagined it as way more gruesome. This is what I imagined. The Servant of Shadow falls, and then out of its skin comes bursting its skeleton back up. It's the only one I have to put down there.
Put it down for now.
Okay. Yeah, don't worry about this too much, but I'm just gonna rally.
Is that my enemy?
Just gonna rally a trap claw assassin
That's public information?
down here. Just don't worry about him.
No, I'm worried.
And I will tap or exhaust 2
Okay.
in order to move 2,
Yeah.
and then
Come on, Rocket Rider.
yeah, I guess I'll just tap these 2.
1, 2. I think that's good.
Tap 2, and I'm going to.
Don't.
Ooh, I didn't even read the full. I was like just making it rupture my. But rupture rend. I'm
now.
going to rupture rend your Rocket Rider. Deal 2 damage to any target in your warlord's line of sight. If you want.
rupture rended my Rocket Rider?
Yeah.
Rendered my.
Do you want to stick it on the
Take
thumb
my
cam?
Dude, look at that picture. Look at that
Yeah,
art. Look
that's
what
what's
happened.
happening right now. She's like,
It's always it's
Like,
always
now
the,
she's
the
singing.
chest ripping open with your moves. These.
yeah.
Shouldn't have had so much sodium.
I believe.
If you watch the Kickstarter trailer, that's the consume your enemies in shadow.
I believe you die.
I believe I die.
Zapped. Like one of the things we did with this is to try to get it to fit right in the TCG, like LGS play
Yep.
space. And so 2 mats side by side will create the 10 by 10 battlefield. So that's why we call it the tournament match.
Yeah,
It's
yeah,
very-
yeah.
And then we have these bigger ones. These
Ooh, here
were
they
kind of
come.
made for like.
Here they
I was like, this will
come.
be a great idea, I swear. The cool thing about it is like this is actually the size of 2 battle mats
look at
put
that.
together.
Can I move through allies' spaces?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
So this is one, I don't know if you can see this, but this
Through
is
but
a
not
battlefield that we have.
Very
you can get
nice.
this one on Kickstarter.
I like that one.
And then it's fun because it connects, here's like these are barrack strips.
Oh, there it is.
And
So
so
your
there you'll
Warband
see.
and your influence. Those are nice
Yeah.
quality too. The painting on them came out nice.
Thank you very much. When we do the art for these, we sort of sync up like the major pieces. so that like if you do have a shadow barracks and you want to put yours out, it
That's
kind of
fun.
lines up a little
That
bit.
is super
One,
fun.
2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put out a slurp slime.
Excuse me?
Slurp.
A slurp
cube
slime.
over there.
I thought you said you weren't going to cuss this stream.
A slurp slime, and I'm gonna place them right
No!
here.
That's not a terrain, it's a slurp slime.
Slurp slime.
It's a slurp slime. Hey, everybody, I want you to see the slurp slime.
Slurpy slurp.
And then
What?
I'm
There's
gonna
a person
have
in there.
a mini take up to 2 steps, and then I'm gonna give it a 3rd step so that I can go
Slurp
1,
slime.
2.
Ooh,
3.
getting in
You
there.
can move through.
Yeah, that's
It's so brutal you can move through.
and then I will stab.
Yeah, you no kidding you will.
Oh, but do I stab your leap flogger
He has
or your
3.
main dude? You have 12, so it's like, and he attacks for 3. So I'm kind of thinking of.
Dude.
I was thinking.
No,
of,
I don't think so. 1?
I'm
Oh yeah, go ahead.
no 3 damage.
That's the counter attacking. Oh wait, is that the damage?
Yeah. Yeah, that rogue
That's
is.
why I was wondering if I would take out your leap flogger, but
Yeah,
I
do you want
guess-
to?
I like chunking down the main guy, but
Okay, all right. I will take advice from the creator of the game.
he loses a
and
lot to the
attack
other designer on the project.
your. Oh, really? That's so funny. I feel like I would have taken because you do so much damage, but sure. Okay,
Okay. Is that your turn?
that's my turn.
Tell me about this slurp slime. Hold on, let's look at this monstrosity.
Oh, you know, you could actually.
Yeah, but it can't go past its highest health.
Oh, no, it can, but.
Oh, it can?
Yeah, unless it doesn't say otherwise.
when
yeah.
slurp
Oh, I
slime
just assumed that it couldn't go past max health.
eats a relic, it gains
Like if it
one
does one of
health.
these.
Yeah.
Right,
That's
anyway.
what I would have.
Yeah, well, you can retcon it. Let's do it. Let's show off the game.
No, I think he's good up here.
That's fun. It eats relics.
I do
Slurp
have a
slime.
move that allows slimes to move 5 steps.
Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna unexhaust all my stuff.
But he's exhausted.
So we're down
right
to
now.
9 to
It's an-
6.
This is an exhausted slime right now. So
Let's deal 1 damage via the summoner
Oh,
2.
to the rat.
to the rat.
Yep, that makes sense.
1,
So-
2, 3.
The rat goes down, and from the rat rises a skeleton.
Ooh.
Bones for bones. Well, rats for bones.
Rats for bones. Rats for bones.
Rats and bones are always hanging out, aren't they?
Yeah.
Let's ping your brood witch for 1 more, bringing you to 5.
All right.
Feeling good about
There's
that.
nothing I can do about this,
Yeah,
right?
I don't think so, no.
Yeah, because otherwise, to do a switcheroo, they can't do that, can they?
Yeah, yeah. Oh, you could actually switcheroo and
I
put.
can, but then she'd be up there, and that seems bad.
Yeah.
I'll just take the 1. All right.
I'm gonna
I'm
gob.
just checking my options.
Yeah, yeah, you could have done that, yeah. You can block, you just wouldn't be able to
Yeah.
respond with any damage.
I'm gonna goblin infestation. A minute you control may take up to 2 steps. I'll go. Doink, doink. And then I will pass my turn.
Oh, okay. It's a trap claw assassin.
More rats!
Are you kidding me? What's the limit on 1 or how many per deck?
Yeah, 3.
Yeah, 3.
Yeah. 30 card decks, match 3.
Now I know
of the
that
same
he
name.
was just in danger, but I kind of want to,
Get him up in there.
like, because now he can
But
attack.
master,
He's got
you
haste.
saw what happened to the
I
other
like it.
guy.
But master.
What are you doing?
Master.
But he's got haste.
Master.
So
I don't care if
I'm
I got
going to go
haste.
ahead and
I got
stab
1
you.
point.
Stab the goblin.
Wrap. I deal 1 back to you.
No, you're exhausted, right?
Touche.
right.
In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to spend 3 influence to play my own initiative. Flash reflexes, ready target mini that's being attacked, and prevent all damage from being dealt until the next round of combat. So I'm going back
Until
up to
the
7.
next round
And
of
I think I
combat?
will counterattack.
Yeah, you could counterattack.
That's huge.
What
Okay.
am
I mean, just the next combat.
Yeah.
You're right.
Bye. Well, yeah, but that means I can't do other damage to you.
Yes, it does.
That's-
So remember,
that's
when we go
huge.
tactic and combat, we go back to tactic. So it's
Yeah.
another combat. So the
that
second
is another
combat,
round?
yes. So you'll be able to
Oh,
hit.
oh,
You
I
can
can
still hit
still
me
do okay.
this turn, just not that combat phase.
Okay. All right.
Ooh.
Is skeleton? How much health does your drop goblin have?
Two
Drop
and
has
2.
2.
I move.
Don't face him like that.
Okay, I could move him too, right?
Mm-hmm. Oh, there he is, yeah.
Do 1, 2.
Look at the little skeleton and his buddy, the necromancer.
And I'll hit you for
It's like
2.
Milo and Otis, but skeletons
To get
and
this
zombies.
drop goblin out
Well,
of here.
one at a time, right?
Yeah, so,
Yeah.
sorry, 1.
Attack for 1.
Which I guess
Shut-
nothing
no
really
retaliation.
matters.
Shadowmancer goes, and then Scully goes. Are we good?
Okay.
So there's drop goblin out.
Nice.
But I still don't
Trade for
know
trade.
about this.
You could just swing for 1 if you
Yeah,
wanted.
I guess it's just 1 damage.
Maybe just 1
But
damage.
then he can't retaliate, and I think, I don't know. I don't know, man.
Yeah, he could deal 1 damage in response. I would just wait. Because
Yeah,
it's
I
also
am
great
gonna
to like
wait.
stay, you know,
Right.
if you're ready, because now his
Yes,
leapfrogger's
I'm
stuck.
gonna pass.
Oh. Oh man, he's a beady. That's a big drop. With haste especially.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm.
Oh no.
Do it. Just do it.
I don't want to do it. No, I know.
Just dive in.
I'm trying. Okay, but he's not that. Okay, we're gonna, moving forward. Actually, real quick, does this have line of sight here? Oops, so sorry.
No, because you're
Ma'am?
not, you would be,
Ma'am?
you'd have to be 2
Maybe
over
you're
that.
drunk. Okay, what's that?
You'd have to be up there to oversee that.
Right, but if I moved, for instance, if I did like a, I don't know, let's say like a crazy
If you
overwhelm
moved
them, for
to
instance.
here?
If I moved like to here, I'd be able to see her, right?
I think so, yeah.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, and then
That's
one,
close enough to. Okay.
Yeah, and then you can
this
get on the side.
does not trigger opportunity attack, right?
No.
Neither does this technically, right?
Nope. No, you can enter melee range, not leave melee range.
Oh, but then, okay. I think I can do it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. We'll dash and go here. I guess
Okay.
you could always, you don't have the block ability. Right. So
Slurp and Brood Witch are both.
you could do it like that.
I thought you were going to do this, just play this card and then immediately attack with it.
Right.
And then play that card.
But I
immediately.
can't play them
You
both,
can-
the costs alone.
You can do that one next turn. And
Yeah, okay. Fine. We'll do 5 with the
5.
Pain Bringer
Yeah. The
coming
Pain
back into
Bringer.
play. Remember these boys?
Yeah, what's the deal with that one?
They're mean. Where
are you putting it?
We're gonna put them right here.
Right
I
there.
think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the
move.
spot.
And then, well,
haste.
actually, where it should be is technically
Actually, that was
My
perfect.
God.
That was a perfect spot.
because I can hit the ooze.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Joséphine. There we go.
My God.
I'll attack with him because he has haste to deal 2 damage to the Brood Mother and 1 damage to the ooze.
I'm gonna
Swap them.
drag him into shadow.
Oh. Where are you
I'm
going to
gonna
drag
move
him?
him over here.
Out of range.
It's
You should
obnoxious.
counter that attack. Okay, well, there.
That's super obnoxious. All right, I'll plink your skeleton for 1 then.
Yeah.
Not the Brood Mother. And then the Leapfrogger can't do anything. Oh, I guess I can. I'll move forward and Leapfrogger or Flogger.
Like leapfrogger. I mean,
and
yeah.
deal 1 more to the Brood Mother and
Okay.
acquiesce my turn.
Okay. All right.
Oh my gosh, Joséphine, let's.
I know,
we can
I know,
do it.
I
We can do
know.
it.
I think you can.
I think I got
you can
it.
Kill me.
Yeah.
All right.
We'll see.
Okay. 1, 2. A servant of shadow.
It's a Servant of Shadow.
It's a servant of shadow.
Oh
Here
no!
comes a dancer.
I guess
Dance away.
here.
That's fine.
Just to have some body blocking.
Or you could put it all the way over here and make her safe and use her as a.
Ooh.
Oh, just to use as a. Oh, yeah, but it's 1 round. This next round
Could be it.
is
yeah.
probably it. So I feel like having a body in the way
Yeah.
might be
Good
one
idea.
more that he's not, because I don't think she's going to get to use her ability, basically.
I want to be able to resurrect my guys.
You could make a skeleton if you wanted.
I'm kind of Thinking since this isn't blocking anymore, I think I'm gonna move it 5 steps to eat this relic. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Gobble.
Eat the relic and get 4 health.
I like that. Perfect. So that goes into your discard now.
Ready?
All right, go for it,
Yeah, just kill me.
I'm gonna try. You are sneaky. You're really finicky. It's hard to pin you down. You're constantly swapping
God.
spaces.
Can you do 2 of those?
Yeah, I think I can. I think I might be able to just end it right now, actually, with the way I drew this.
Okay.
So let's show off your cool combos in here. We got what's known as a pack attack. Deal damage to a target equal to the number of goblins next to it. I'm gonna do this one, which has 2 goblins next to it.
Can I block that or no?
Nope,
It's
that's
just a straight up
That can't be
attack.
blocked. Okay, so that's 2
2
damage.
And then
Yeah.
Joséphine in a
Oh.
sweet combo move. I
Again.
just drew another one.
Oh, you just get to do it twice.
Bingo!
Alright,
So we're
GG.
smashing that.
Hey! Always good
job.
playing
All right.
against you. Dave, thank
was
you so much for
awesome.
showing
Yeah,
us
that
this
was
game.
awesome.
I really
That's
appreciate
fantastic.
it.
Thank you for
Thank
playing.
you.
Yeah, that was awesome.
Viewers, thank you so much for hanging out a little longer than usual, but guess what? You can still hang out and lurk around for another hour and a half because at 2 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, we're gonna be right back here on the same channel. We're not even gonna go dark. We're just gonna stay here and we're gonna play a big old 4X game called Ascending Empires.
Ooh.
It's really fun. It's a dexterity game that has a whole lot of strategy to it as well. You should absolutely go check out the Grimdark Kickstarter.
Grimpath.
It's
But it is
Grimpath.
inspired,
Grimpath.
inspired by Grimdark stuff.
Grimpath.
You know, we want to bring back Grimdark.
Kickstarter, which is there's a link in chat, and we'll be putting up periodically as well. But now we have to go eat some burritos and get ready to play a
burrito
4X.
time.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it
So
gonna be wet chicken? Who can say?
check out our Insta to
Maybe
find
cabeza.
out. Bye, guys. We'll see you soon. Adios.
Bye-bye.